Welcome back to another episode of Games Done Slow and Bad, where we play games slowly and most often badly. And today we're playing one of the best games you've never played, Castlevania, Circle of the Moon. For Game Boy Advance, published in 2001, this game sold 890,000 units. However, compared to the number of consoles actually sold of 81.5 million, that puts the ownership rate at about 1%. Making this a game that you may not have played. So as we go through the demo, you see the basics. This is a platformer. It is in the vein of a normal Castlevania game where you are fighting the undead. The criticism for this game, despite getting in the 80s or 90s when it reviewed, was it was dark, and obviously all Castlevania games are quite a bit dark. The AI is quite poor, which is not untrue. The AI is very linear, and the animations look a little bit jerky, but you do have to remember that this is the Game Boy Advance in 2001, using hardware fundamentally not dissimilar from Super NES. So if you think this could run on the Super NES, it runs on the Game Boy Advance, and you gotta sort of accept the good with the bad there. We're gonna jump right in. So, Circle of the Moon was developed and published by Konami, making it a game that you think would get a lot of traction. I don't know if it's just the timeline, I don't know if it's just the subject material, but did not sell as well as one would think it would. So this is a platformer action game with RPG elements. And of note has a magic card system we're going to get into pretty quickly. It is 1830 at an old Austrian castle. From the worshippers of chaos, rise the plea for the return of the Lord of Darkness. Alright, typical beginning. Camilla, we crave the presence of the embodiment of suffering. The ruler of darkness. So this is the ceremony to resurrect Dracula, who is the main boss of this game. By the way, if you have time, look up a speedrun of this game because it is hilarious. I have waited for this moment to be awake again, to bask in darkness and feel the moonlight within. Count Dracula, I am honored to be in your presence. Indeed, though I lack my full power, we are preparing the right to replenish your power. Stop, Morris Baldwin. You cannot be allowed to taint the world. You. I remember. You are one of the vampire killers that sealed me. You've aged. It is our duty to see you banished. Amusing. To use my nemesis's life to return my power. I have no use for children. Be gone. Whoop. So this is the first hint you get that Dracula is no joke. Hugh! Nathan! Master! So Nathan is who you're playing as. Hugh. Father! So you can guess this is one of those. He's going to run off after his father, and you're going to play as the sort of disciple going to save him. No creatures around here. Hugh, are you okay? Yeah. We were just brushed aside and ignored. We have to find Master. I'll go. He's my father. Nathan, you'll be in the way. Just get out of here. So you clearly know that you're going to be Nathan, and Nathan's going to be really badass. I want to find Master as much as anybody. Alright, so you can jump, and you have a whip. Your whip can do this cool spinning attack that is one part defensive, one part offensive. And we just killed a skeleton bomber. Alright, we've already got a card. That's some good RNG. We received the Salamander card. Attribute and action cards will create a special effect. These can be set at the menu screen, DDS option. So as you can see, we have a lot of RPG elements here. We have XP to the next level, we have DDS items. We can examine DDS cards and examine magic items. Let's look at DDS while we're here. Let's click the right button, Jared. So you have actions at the top and attributes at the bottom, and you can make a mix of them to create a special power. So we currently have the Salamander card, which we can examine here. A lizard bathed in flames, embodiment of the fire spirit. Salamander has the power of fire. So you now know that whatever you're getting is closely tied to the power of fire. So this is one of my favorite parts about this game, is if you want to do 100%, you get some nasty powerful spells using those cards. And it is super exciting to figure out like what combination best suits your playing style. Make it one of those things that I truly always enjoyed very much. But yeah, if you have a chance to go see a speedrun of this game, it is truly a thing to behold, because they exploit some stuff in this game. Oh, one other thing. I love the audio in this game. I didn't see anything in the reviews saying positives or negatives. But I found it very compelling for a Game Boy Advance game. It's very peppy. I mean, when I think adventure, this is the type of music I imagine. So this always felt right on point. And I don't know if you agree at home. Definitely let me know. Maybe I'm crazy. Ooh, we just got a wristband. Wow, some good RNG today. The random number gods are smiling upon us. Let us equip that item. So those are poison worms. It's a big cluster of them on the ceiling. We can do arm right, and this is going to take our strength up by 5. So, you have actual stats. Your strength is how hard you hit, and it's reasonably important because how hard you hit is going to... Oh, wow! Alright, this is cool. How hard you hit is going to determine how easy it is to dispatch some of these enemies. Now, these are tepid increases at first, but as you increase... Oh, by the way, this is a save point. We don't need that right now. As your points increase, this makes a huge difference. And you can spec out differently, by the way, which makes this very impressive, very deep RPG. And frankly, one of my favorite games for the Game Boy. This is one of those ones that I played and replayed and replayed and replayed. There's a double jump ledge. We'll come back here after. It's one of those things I replayed strictly on the basis that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed starting from nothing and going... Ooh, knife. What is knife? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Alright, if you press down in attack, you do a slide. The slide is pretty powerful. How I do again? Select maybe? It's a map. So for those of you playing along at home, I record on a Retron 5, so sometimes the controls are a little bit janky. Okay, up. Perfect. I think it'll be helpful here. Oh, Earth Demon. Alright, really easy first mini-boss. It's literally basically just teaching you that there are going to be enemies that require you to not just pick your nose. The curve in this game is actually pretty stellar. So we just leveled up, which is pretty sweet. And we'll get a couple more hearts as we go. Can I get it? Nope. Double jump. Oh, dash boots. Yeah, double tap forward, dash. And this one is important because it allows us to do... Ooh, to fall to the ground. Oh, come on now. There's no way you came back that quickly. Okay, so it allows us to clear caverns. When do I get double jump? I feel like that was an early one. Alright, let's go up here. Here's a block. Can I do anything to the block? Not at the moment. Just make sure I can't throw something through it. Alright, as always in an RPG, kill as much as you can. Because you never know. Oh god! You never know when you're going to need those XPs. Them XPs could be important. Alright, so the projectiles change over time. I have the knife right now. Not my favorite. I think we get the traditional cross after. Among other things, like holy water, I think might be another one. Antidote to cure poisoning. That's not insignificant. Alright, we're going to grind a little bit as we go through here. Zombies are annoying at this stage of the game because I can't kill them with a whip. But slide attack takes care of them pretty easily. Just a good way to grind. Oh, sure. Level up. What? Let's take a second to equip that shirt. So as you can see, this game has all the makings of a good tactical RPG. You have to manage your resources in terms of potions. You simultaneously have to choose which magic works best for the situation. I would like another card. I think the Earth Demon would have given me another card had I gone back and tried to beat him again. But there's got to be one around here that I can get... Oh, yes. Perfect. I find it difficult to believe that... Ooh. What do we get? A magic gauntlet. Wow. Usually I grind for a long time to get these. That's int up. We're not going to worry about that right now. I don't have any magic to use. Hey, look at that. Hearts. Max hearts increase. So now we can throw more stuff. Which is... I mean, I'm not going to say it's insignificant. Because there are going to be times where that is significant. But right now it's nothing that's going to help us. Skeleton Spear Thrower. Alright, now you can see we're really doing some damage to them boneheads. Which is a hilarious named enemy. Alright, leather armor. Bada bing. That'll replace that cloth stuff that we had on. Skeleton Bomber. Ooh. Alright, and what's this? Secret. Well, I mean, secret-esque. If you weren't aware of how this game worked, you suddenly became aware. Cotton clothes to leather armor. Okay. Wristband. All day long. Alright, that's max health. Boom! This is why I love this game. You know, what this is reminiscent of to me is Super Metroid. And the fact that you need to look under every nook and cranny in Super Metroid to find the things you wanted to find. The power-ups, the extra missiles and such. And it's what makes a randomizer so good. I don't know if there's a randomizer for this. It's something, that I should look into. Because if there is, it's something that I would love to do. Maybe that's another thing on the channel in the future. Let's get angry about randomizers with Jared. Done slow and bad. Alright. I would love a double jump. Oh my god, would I love a double jump right about now. Be something else. Alright, I was throw on a save. So this is not my childhood cartridge. I actually just recently, and by the way, you have to save and quit. You can't save spam. This is not my childhood cartridge because my childhood cartridge is likely sitting with my... What? Why no do? Oh, I gotta start over? Alright. Well, I'm gonna throw a cut in here, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. After all that good RNG. I don't know what just happened. I must have clicked something wrong. So welcome back. While recording, I managed to discover what's wrong, and that's that my cartridge I just bought, because obviously I don't have my original cartridge, is not able to save, which ordinarily on an average cartridge I'd be pissed about, but it just makes life a lot more difficult. It just means that we don't have the save areas to function as health top-ups. But I do have save states, so it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's as okay as it's going to be. I also, in trying to get the thing back up to show you a card that I just got, lost a card. So we're gonna farm this card back. There we go. What do we get? We got the Mercury card. Alright, so now that we have two, we can combine Mercury and Salamander. And we get the Flame Whip, which increases my attack in a pretty meaningful way, at the expense of my magic, which I can activate or inactivate. So that is super a bummer. I'm going to save state, and I'm going to try to not save to see if that'll work. But Jared! Oh. But Jared, that's not how the game was meant to be. I don't care. Save states. It's why I bought the Retron 5, frankly. When I was doing sort of my research, I envisioned a land where my batteries would eventually die on some of these classic game cartridges, and I did not want to go through having to deal with that and the repercussions of losing something I worked on for literally hours. So I used the Retron 5, which is, by the way, amazing, to save state everything, and then I don't have that problem. But Jared! Yeah, it's okay. So, I'm going to take out this guy, and I'll probably rejoin you guys in a little bit, because you've already seen these fights. But this is, this is a lot of what old cartridge gaming is. There's a problem, and you got to solve it. And the answer is not always obvious. The answer is not always hit A and it'll fix it. Sometimes it's coming up with things like save states to make it work. By the way, I have no misconceptions about save states. I love save states. It's one of the reasons why I like the classic system so much. I'm going to split out here, and I'll come back in a little bit. Where we'll take another save state. I feel like the fair way to use a save state is wherever you could save, where you're unable to save, use the save. Seems like a good way to go. Seems like a good way to go. This is a horrible room because we can fall a lot. Spirit, excellent. MP Max. I think this is one of those rooms where you can basically grind infinitely. Which I feel like in an RPG like this, you should have a move that dispatches early enemies automatically. So like if I wanted to just turbo button this, I could leave it here. And let's just do some, look. Next is 45. Next is 44. So if I just kill 44 of these guys, I mean, albeit a slow grind, if I just left this thing on overnight with the button stuck down, I could infinitely grind levels. Which feels like a development miss, I'm not gonna lie. I thought there'd be something over here. I was mistaken. So this is one thing I don't enjoy about this game, is they had an idea in their head of how they wanted transitions between screens to work, and I can't always be in favor of that. Alright. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Oof. Alright, so as you can see, this game is reasonably difficult as a platformer, but not insurmountable. My terrible, terrible gaming skill is holding up okay. I mean, I could definitely be doing better. Oh, finally a cotton robe. So, just so you know, when I lost all the cool stuff before, I also lost all the cool gear that I had. So I'm basically running around naked. I guess I could put that robe on. That gave me literally nothing. That netted me out literally nothing. And here's the door. What did you win? You won climbing again. Excellent. That's my favorite game. This is losing. Perfect. Damage boost. Alright, so apparently I need to go this way. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be one of those things. Yeah! I could never do that again if I tried. I'm going to snip that. That's going at the beginning of this episode. And we're just going to all enjoy that nasty, nasty murdering I just conducted. Okay. So I can't kill the Mudmen. So this is not an infinite XP room, because I will die. Max improved. Alright. The ability to use those cards will come in handy in a little bit when we get a greater variety. The Flame Whip is okay, but there's things in here that are crazy good. I'm just trying to stumble upon like another power card. Ugh. Alright, murder these guys, done and done. Damage boost. If you're familiar with other Castlevania games and you've seen a speedrun of them, you know that that's like actually a tactic. Damage boost. Let's knock out something. I want to do something cool to end this. We're going to throw a little bit of a speed up here until I get something cool to sort of end this. I want to end this on a high note. This is such a good game, it deserves a high note. Okay, here's something. Mummies. I'm almost positive that these guys give some sort of card. While we're here, alright, I'm pretty sure that these guys give something. We're gonna grind quietly and fast forward. Alright, well that's enough of that. I'm either super unlucky or I'm mistaken. Either of them could be true on this run, by the way. Because I've gotten very minimal close. Oh god. Hoppers. Anything that lunges at you in a video game is sneaky horrifying. Because that's not consistent with life. Like, very few things in life lunge at you like that. Unless they want to hurt you. Generally, things lunging at you are lunging at you to hurt you. Alright, boss. Ugh. Alright, that's nonsense. That's baloney. Oh, come on now. Alright, that is nonsense. Die. How are you not dead? Yeah, nope. Man, if that's not a high note to end on. This game, man, you have bad luck some stretches and it just kills you. No freaking armor. Just not getting a whole bunch of card drops. Well, this has been the best game you've never played. And if this doesn't make you want to run out and get this game, I don't know what will. This game's great. You can get a Game Boy Advance for no dollars and no cents, and you can get a copy of this game for like $9. If you want to go the Retron 5 route, they're a little bit more expensive. You're talking like $80 to $120, depending on where you can find one used. But I can't recommend it enough. And then $9 for the game. I've seen them cheaper. I've seen them more expensive. It's worth the freaking investment. This is something we could play again in the future, but for now, this has been the best game you've never played. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.